My name is Sarah Rutman, and it's a privilege to be sharing Torah with you from the Beth Tikva YouTube site in Montreal, with special thanks, as always, to Rachel Schlossberg for the beautiful graphics and to all of you for listening. Many of these ideas come from Rabbi Beryl Wine, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, and Rabbi Tzvi Friedman. Ma ahavti Toratacha kol hayom hisichati. How I love your Torah all day long. It is my conversation. So who is Sarah Rutman? I'm not a teacher, and there's so much I don't know. So why am I sharing Torah? I never expected to do this, but now I see that I can. In fact, I think I must. The Chofetz Chaim urged everyone to fulfill their obligation to do whatever they could to save their fellow Jews from the forces of assimilation that were raging through Europe. His urging met with protest. Who am I to teach Torah? There's so much I don't know. He responded with a parable. A traveler was invited by a wealthy man to have a cup of tea. When the guest looked into his cup, he saw sediment that had settled on the bottom. "Where is your water from?" he asked. When told that the town's water came from a local river, he advised his host that the town needed a filtration system. The system was installed, and thereafter the water was crystal clear. It worked well, until a huge fire broke out sometime later and burned down half the town. The next time the traveler was in town, he heard what had happened and inquired, "Couldn't you put out the fire?" The people replied, "It took a long time for the water to work its way through the filtration system, and there wasn't enough filtered water available to quickly control the flames." "Fools," said the traveler, "you don't need filtered water to put out a fire." The question is not, how can I teach? The real question is, how can I not teach? The Re'im was a huge animal with tremendous antlers. The Talmud asked how Noah was able to get it into the ark, as if we understand how everything else fit into the ark. One answer was it went in as little pups. The Talmud rejects that because they would still be too large. Perhaps only the head went in, but it would still be too big. Maybe only the nose went in, but then the ark wouldn't be watertight. Another opinion was they tied it to the outside with ropes. This is a metaphor for our time. We have an ark. Our shuls, our schools, our Torah are all arks where we can escape the flood that surrounds us, the flood of assimilation. We are the people of the book. The problem is many of us no longer know which book we are talking about. There are those who were born into Judaism. They grew up in a shul and the Jewish educational system. They came in as pups, as young children. There are others who didn't have that privilege, those whose intellect, whose head brought them in. Somehow by themselves they came to study Torah and find the profound wisdom of Judaism. There are those who just feel Jewish, those whose nose brought them in. They like Jewish traditions, the smell of freshly baked challah and chicken soup. The majority of Jews have no connection. Our task is to make them feel Jewish. Those Jews have to be caught and strapped with bonds of love and caring and openness. Noah saved only his own family. When he realized what happened, he was devastated. It is our responsibility to challenge people intellectually with the depth of Judaism, to tie people to the ark of Judaism with love and acceptance and caring, to raise the level of those who were born in the ark, and to make people proud to be part of the Jewish people, to help people grow. In our daily prayers, we say, Lilmod ulilamed, learn and teach. Learning means to teach. Teaching means to learn. Immediately upon learning, you must teach. As you teach, you must learn. When you study, even if you have no one to teach, study as though you were preparing a class. Then it will be real learning, and certainly you will merit to teach it. Chesed is an overflow. Let's overflow our love of Torah with others. Let's flood the world with light.